5, 9, 13, 16, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, 30, 32, 34. Space Bean, welcome back. This is KSP with Moon, working on the Kerran Empire and continuing our foray into suborbital tourism. We got the STV-6B here. It's been a rather reliable vehicle for getting, let's see here, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, plus 2 more tourists into, well, to touch space. Fancy Mercury program. Absolutely, the fanciest. Now, I was noticing that the parachute setup we have on the main stage here is not decent enough to, it's not strong enough now to land this safely. So we are going to change this to be 4 of these, I think, if I can manage it. Not totally sure if I can get them all to fit in there, but we're going to try. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Hey, Jeb, how you doing? All right, so STV 6C. All right. I think we're going to add some drogues to that too. Just because it's coming in at such a high speed. Separate this out. Okay. La 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 la. Okay, drogues. Okay. Make sure these are rigidly attached. And these two. Oh, so rigid. Okay. I think these are rigid too. Okay. So we'll put that back. Do. All right. Save that. Okay. We don't want those to deploy then. We want these to deploy on that separation. Okay. 1845 should be just enough to get us there. All right. Too many stickers. I think I want to move a couple of these parachutes. Okay. Gotta take the flag off of that. But we do need branding. So... we don't have that one yet. Just one. That's good enough for me. Okay. And then 2875, is that layered enough? No. Is it this one? 2.5? Ah, yes. Glorious branding for the Empire. All right. STV 6C. Let's go. We're taking Tom Brett, Ludry, Erkin, Limford, Phobal, Jadrid, Gwenny, Albus, Engel, Mabel, Diney, Eileen, Sean Cass, Herger, Grayley, Lovis, Carbret, Leamy, Kima, Genvis, Genevin, Zelbus, Furfred, Seiski, Catlock, Timing, Kurgar, Edbrit, Aldlis. Is that a full crew? And Valentina and Bob can come too. All right, save that. Launch that. All right, preparing for the 11th launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Touching the edge of space and grinding our suborbital tourism, the STV-6C is on its way. I love the profile of this vessel. Look at that. That is sleek and elegant. Not many upgrades to be made to this, outside of maybe some air brakes, but if we can get this and the main stage to land safely and turn this into a fully reusable craft, we can continue to grind. Look at that profile. I love it. Let's get some screenshots for the Discord. Take that. Bip it, bop it, flip it, flop it. Alright. Get some lights on here. Alright, here we go. Burning out the rest of that main stage. As long as we're traveling at 500 meters per second at 50,000 meters altitude, we should have enough. And again, to keep these going, separate that, we should be able to break free of the atmosphere. We just gotta touch 70,000, we'll be fine. And that is success. Alright, we have broke atmosphere. We're going to continue coasting up, and then we're going to re-enter. Okay. Maxing out at almost 90,000, sub 90,000. On our way back down. We're going to gain speed here. Coming straight back down. You see some remnants of previous launches down below us here. Try to alter our trajectory to land a little bit closer back to base. Here we go. Alright, we are coming up on that main stage descent. We're a bit heavier and a bit faster. Parachute should open about the same time. Drogues deployed. Mains out. Drogues have deployed on this. Drogues out, mains out. Let's see if that gets down to a decent speed. 8.8 meters per second, that's fine. Meanwhile, over here, mains deployed. That's a lot of parachute. Alright. Now, hopefully our stage is going to land. Our lift vehicle is going to land on the ground before we hit the ground, which is good. That's how we like it. Looks like a successful landing for the lift vehicle. Alright. Making our way down to the ground. Nice and steady at 6.9 meters per second. We like that. Nice and soft. We're going to turn off fast forward as we get closer to the ground to prevent any sort of braking. There we go. And that is a successful touchdown for the STV-6C. Let's go ahead and recover that. Now, at the beginning of every stream, we're going to have a little bit of cleanup here. We are doing our best to avoid the Kraken, so we were going to be cleaning up after ourselves after each launch. 228 science now. 48,000 back, so let's see here. 48,000 plus. Recover that. Recover that. Recover that. And recover that. Look at it, 228 science. What can we get with that? Let's see here. Advanced aerodynamics? Don't mind if I do. That's awesome. We like advanced aerodynamics. That'll give us access to air brakes. Not that we need them for this craft, but the STV-7 may require that. So, good, good, good. And if we look up here, reputation is filling with blue, which I can only assume is the highest level of reputation, unless some other color appears. But we're getting pretty consistently these very large 6 tourist launches, which is good. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, 30, 31. Let's launch 31 up. All right, we're sitting at 60. Oh. Okay, we're sitting at 68.6 science now. All right. Let's go to the launch pad. Over here to our STV-6C. And we're going to take Bobbled, Leaky, Joel, Nellberry, Highberry, Mausen, Tomtrin, Carwell, Enzi, Kellery, Traster, Gregbus, Magdorf, Toos, Moden, Sanul, Arster, Sigger, Adpond, Madrig, Johnwig, Roberi, Cardo, Henfrey, Mitzi, Neilman, Neilbus, Minard, Lodlong, Sugard, Bartram, Bob, and Valentina stays here. And launch. Not doing too bad, guys. STV-6C, our most successful suborbital tourism vehicle yet. Let's launch it up again. There we go. Fast forward. I think the STV-7, if not this one, will be the one that we add another stage to try to make orbit. This has been very successful. Okay. I'm going to separate these at 40,000. Let's hope we have enough speed to coast up to atmosphere. We should. There goes our main stage. Quite a beauty. Simplistic. Low part count. Very effective at getting us high up. Alright, and we have broken atmosphere, which is good. Cresting. I need to put these parachutes on the same stage so it's automatic here. And let's re-enter the atmosphere. There we go. Everything is looking nominal. Oh, Grateful Jeb, I'd have to agree with you. It could be very easy to mod it for orbit. May add some fuel tanks and engines to this, to this. Right now, this is an unpowered stage. Really, just this is the payload, but we could definitely turn this into a stage that has, at least some engines on it. Terriers at the very least. Or nuclear, if we can grind enough science. Alright, things are looking good. Let's see if we can fast forward through chutes here. Yes, we can. Alright. Very successful. You see our main stage in the distance here. It's about to make touchdown. Successful touchdown for the main stage as we make our approach to the ground. The Phoenix was a beautiful craft, and I think this lineage will blend nicely into a proper successor to that program. And recover. How do we fare? What do we have? 58 science left over last time? Okay, a little bit less than 100 science to launch right now. That's totally fine. 48,000 back from there. I wouldn't say it toasted the passengers, but yes, we had the plasma brakes on that one. That's the one that had the heat shields that folded out to allow us to re-enter at speeds over 3,000 meters per second into the atmosphere. Definitely going to be reusing that technology on this go around. All right, 129 science. What can we afford? Anything? Well, advanced flight control. Perfection. All right, let's go to mission control here. 5, 8, 12, 15, 17, 19, 21, 20. Right, no, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. All right. Let's go to the vehicle assembly building here. I'm going to have these chutes actually deploy at the same time as separation. So everything's automated. There we go. All right, save that. All right, guys, I'm going to set this up to launch, and then I'm going to step away for a second. If everything works out right, it'll do what it needs to do. So we got Patrick, Kendrick, Shirori, Luton, Jesgis, Tanner, Jeanette, Sugar, Adbury, Arony, Genely, Duke, and Barton, Dillong, Marble, Dancott, Danmus, Lenkin, Jersey, Jeanton, Graydon, Beeben, Zelfin, Gefkel, Rosbrit, and Murney, and Valentina, you can come too. Let's launch that. And away we go. Quick, simple, and efficient grind. Burn out this main stage. Those wings act to slow it and get it on its descent a little bit quicker. The triple wing design there actually turns it away on its own. And I'll be right back. All right, let's fast forward through this. Continue our way down. Now, if everything worked out correctly, our chutes are already programmed to deploy. So we're just going to fast forward to the ground. We're going to pay attention here to see how we can adjust the openings of the chutes so that we spend less time floating down. Okay. So if we set the mains to deploy, let's see here. Let's try to set the mains to deploy at 500 meters less than what they are currently. I like to deploy a lot closer to the ground. Eventually, I'd like to do away with the chutes altogether and have rockets we can use to activate to slow, but nothing to worry about right now. Freedom and democracy. All right. Recovering that. Sitting at 96 science now. Let's recover our 2 stages here. Recover. We are making money. We are making science. Let's see here. Okay. 6, 12, 15, 17, 19, 21, 25, 27, 29, 31, 33, 34. Okay. Vehicle assembly. Let's lower the altitude where these chutes are going to open up. Let's see here. This is currently set to open up at 1,000. Let's set that to open up at 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. I'm going to save that as the D. Okay. All right. I think we're good on that. Let's clear out some old ones so we can get rid of the 5A, leave the Afira, 6A, 6B. We'll leave the C just in case the D doesn't perform as well as we'd like it. We'll save the horse for prosperity or for posterity. All right. Trying to keep these numbers way down. Okay. All right. And for crew, we've got Karkin, Werebra, Samsky, Gailas, Munden, Samgas, Magni, Mirber, Fairgar, Glefford, Caldred, Clowlock, Jorling, Mapme, Carwise, Richby, Gearfield, Gorgar, Janwise, Tomdo, Jomund, Harden, Jasef, Dini, Gia, Bardred, Moonley, Kimmler, Alwise, Abo, Ludorf, Lenvi. Oh, Lenvi, Gailong, and Nafri, you're going to stay here. And launch. There we go. Take her up. Come one, come all to the Kerbal Space Center, where we will launch you into space and you can tell all your friends that you our certified astronaut. Separating. Launch. There we go. That breaks away. Perfectly clear of us. Should orient itself appropriately, being heavier at the bottom. And we break an atmosphere. Now's the time for everyone to move freely about the cabin. Got a good, solid few minutes of zero gravity, honestly. That's what you come for, right? This is zero gravity. Oh yeah, a few minutes of it. And we're gonna make our way back down towards atmosphere. Atmosphere engaging in 3, 2, 1. Here we are. Alright. Never move that far away from our main stage, but separating when we do keeps us safe from colliding with it. Should anything catastrophic happen with its re-entry. Alright. Okay. Katy Perry. California Girls. Alright. Making our way back down to the surface here. The most expensive 10 minutes of your life. Pretty reasonable deal, actually. I'd go do it. It's nothing more than a glorified carnival ride at this time. Yes, Bean. Oh no, we actually had a piece break on us there. That's okay, that'll happen. Cover the vessel. What does that even mean? I'm more of a pear, if I'm being honest, than a Coke bottle. Alright. 150 science. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite return guest, the fucking train. Alright, recover. There we go. Recover. There we are. 155. Can we afford something new? 160 is when we get something new. Okay. Reputation solidly right there. Trend. Mission control. Alright. 6, 9, 13, 16, 19, 21, 23, 25, 26, 27. Okay. Alright, launch pad. We've got Lenvi, Gylong, Nafri, Elifold, Raven, Samoon, Decathly, Stiloli, Jedin, Aliski, Jodred, Traley, Magne, Alabone, Signan, Lorod, Sigbald, Kfred, Richcan, Albo, Jorloff, Kristen, Tanhat, Ludwig, Patsted, Stephanie, Albert, Raymond, Julke, and Dunant, and Valentina, and Bob, you can come too. 81.4 tons, breaking atmosphere. Continue our grind. I'm going to upgrade more things here. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And we're launching our 20th launch of the STV-6. Probably. I don't know. I really should keep track. Hit that main stage. Separate. And Space Bean, you can come too. Alright, and we're going up, up, and up. Breaking atmosphere. Alright. Should crest right before 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Oh, 90,000! New record. Okay. And we're on our way back down. Alright, main stage, clearly in view. You want to at least go orbital? Well, we're going to be going orbital here really soon. We just need to continue grinding out some of this while we can. Because, we're going to miss it when the only thing they wanted to do was go up and down. Right? Our one-way elevator service is soon. Yes, sir. We are on the STV 6D. Fully reusable. Right? The only thing we lose is fuel for this launch, so we are profiting, converting most of this into science. I like to say that we're studying the people, and that's where we're getting the science from. Like, how violently do your bowels burst when you think you're about to die? Just very slow impactors. Boop. Just a graceful little boop on the planet. All right, no pieces lost. Wonderful. Gonna recover that. All right, 216. That means we can unlock a new piece. Let's recover the main stage here. All right. I don't know if we're getting any more reputation. Like, that bar doesn't seem to be moving. It seems to be pretty stationary. 4, 7, 11, 14, 17, 19, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay. Who won the space race? Like, in what regard? We landed on the moon, right? That's the win, right? We landed on the moon. We gave up last, and I think ultimately the space race was an endurance test in which country could endure the longest doing these most expensive things for everybody to see. No doubt we were, no matter who was in the lead was going to burn out on it. Like you said yourself, the moon missions became routine and expensive, and political climates changed towards that, became less of an important thing to do. And I think ultimately the ones who burn out the candle are the ones who won, right? Our name is, yes, SU-47, humanity. Humanity won the space race. Agreed. All right, so let's launch this another time. I think we're almost ready for orbit. Let's see here. 160. Heavier rocketry? Absolutely. Next thing we're going to go for is this precision propulsion. I'd like, we lost. I mean, I don't think there was anything to lose, right? But if anybody won, I would say it's the U.S. because we're the ones who burned out the rest of that candle. Or humanity as a whole, if it's going to be a trick question. Heavy aerodynamics. I would build the STV-7 to hold more people, but as you guys can see, even though we upgraded the Mission Control Center to give us unlimited missions, it's not giving us unlimited missions, right? Like, it has ceased to give us these missions for launching these people. So we actually, I don't feel that we need to increase the capacity of the STV launch vehicles, but I do think we need to keep that. Please change the name. Change the name of what? STV is bringing PTSD. Well, nobody has named the STV 6 yet. The STV 5 was the Fira, which is a cool name. So if anybody has a good name suggestion for the final variant of the STV 6, we'll do that for sure. STV 7 is going to be a modification of this lineage. I think I might do some rotation. Very slow impactor. You and your impactors. STV is painfully close to OTV. I mean, the next lineage is OTV. It's an orbital tourism vessel. So we will be moving to OTV after STV. All right. Okay, mission control, got that. No? Well, okay, no, double no. Triple no. Okay, well then what would you suggest we use for the orbital tourism vehicle uh, lineage? If it's not going to be OTV, what would you suggest? Let's see if we can reduce costs and or anything. Let's see here. We've current thrust 1.8, right? With all of these and that. HATV. What's HATV stand for? Engines. Size. High altitude tourism vehicle? Well, that's a step back. I mean, technically, like, if we're going in orbit, we could do low orbit tourism vehicle. I don't know. You'd be hard pressed to get me to change my mind. Let's see if we can keep similar numbers here by changing out the engine. Let's throw one of these bad boys on here. Blap! Oh, look at that. Okay. All right. Rigid. OTV is a cursed mission. Yeah, OTV 2 was cursed. For sure. That's the one where we got stuck and had to get out and push with the jetpack for hours, right? Okay. Let's try STV6E. And we've got Gregney, Ronlog, Haywin, Bobro, Kading, Begmund, Orbloff, Halger, Valzen, Liz Point, Matt Point, Camdock, Len Reed, Dudston, Erwig, Wermnand, Chad Bolelli, Mark Bin, Tanlorf, John Vol, Hayfree, Foley, Gurdred, Nylard, Garuki. And Bill, you can come too. Where is Val? Valentina and Bob just at the bottom, chilling. They already got on. They didn't want to not get on. Save it. Launch it. Let's see how this new engine performs. Out here making these neat tourist things stock while failing at making ... It cut off. Up. 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 There we go. Oh, yeah. Separate that. And away. Separation. Good. Atmosphere broken. Let's see if we actually break our record here. 90,000. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we definitely broke our record. I heard a cat improve stream quality tenfold. All right, on our way back into the atmosphere. Higher altitude means higher reentry speed, so this will be a test of our systems. Oh, we actually passed our main stage here. That's new. We don't usually pass that. Okay. Alright, here comes the launch stage. I don't like that we're landing before the launch stage. That slows it down considerably. Well, thank you. Tonight's stream is brought to you by Blue Diamond Almonds, wasabi, and soy sauce. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. Alright. You're gonna hit the rock. Okay, on our way back down. It has been a productive day for Kerran, for the Kerran Empire. And a slight little boop. There we go. Let's see if this likes to touch the ground. Well, we lost the engine. I almost like the old version better. In fact, I think we're gonna stick with the D. Not everyone is a winner. Give me the D. Blue Diamond, wasabi, and soy sauce almonds. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, I'm gonna say I think the D is better than the E for sure. Galaxy versus Sovereign. Okay, let's see what we're doing for missions. Things have become pretty routine here. I think I want to push for orbit today. Design a new vessel for that. Let's see, what can we upgrade? That's upgraded. Okay, don't need to upgrade that yet. Can upgrade that. Ooh, that'll be nice. Okay. Constitution refit. I do like that. I like the ambassador class a lot. Constitution refit. I put a model together when I was young. I like it. Those improved nacelles. It looked a lot less hokey 50s. Plus the Aztecing on the whole, it was a better vessel, right? You get the atrium and everything. It's Ambassador was great. Honestly, I would have loved to see more of that. I played a lot of Star Trek Armada, so I gained a further love for the ships playing through that. Ambassador was a great looking ship. I think they did really well with that. I love the Excelsior class though. All right, like the Enterprise B. I know it did a very ill-fated, short-lived run, but Excelsior class is beautiful. I gotta say though, my favorite of all has got to be the NX refit though. In my Star Trek Online, I have this gorgeous NX refit. Very hard to come by if you play that. I would have liked to see what they would have done with a season 5 of Enterprise. Absolutely. Oh, you didn't know I was a Star Trek nerd, did you? Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to warp us to the next morning. All right. What do we have left to upgrade? Okay. All right. Yes, Jolene Blalock. Blalock? Blalock? I don't actually know how to say her name. But yes. To Paul. I liked her better than Jerry Ryan. Don't get me wrong, Jerry Ryan's great, but as far as the hot female character, I liked her better. I also love Star Wars. Don't worry, I'm a nerd with that. Jerry Ryan has Buckeyes. Alright, what do we have left to upgrade? The only... Okay, so the only... Okay, Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so... I think it's time. It's nearly time. What else am I going to want for this? Advanced fuel systems? Landing? No. Advanced landing? No. Specialized control? No. Pods? Ooh. Ooh, I do like my lander cans. Yes, Bean. Science. Science ladders. Ah, robotics. Okay. I don't know what "Are you a Coke bottle" means. I refuse to Google it. But if you're not going to tell me, we're going to leave it at that. No, I'm not a Coke bottle. If anything, I am a pear. Stop asking. Advanced electrics. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, robotics. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Let's do one more launch of the STV. We'll go with the E. So we've got... Wait. What are these guys doing here? Oh, there's one more? What? Okay, whatever. 4, 8, 12, 15, 18, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I accepted the orbit as well. Alright, the final launch of the STV. Let's see here. To go with the D. Alright. Open craft. D. Okay. Open craft. Gonna get rid of the E. Alright. Alright, here we go. No jab. Alright. We've got Andrew, Debdos, Billy Babald, Jedvin, Dalo, Dalen, Fernrand, Gillemi, Melman, Barkin, Tomfrey, Tanwig, Anvil, Doodler, Kimrim, Tanberry, Shelby, Sandberg, Kelsey, Triwig, Catstead, Kately, Theobury, Jordan, Shepbert, Samdim, and Leilong. And Bill, you can come too. And Bob, you can come too. And Valentina, you can come too. And launch. The final flight of the STV 6D. Our final grind mission for suborbital tourism before we work towards orbit. Alright. Recording started. This is the STV 6D suborbital tourism vehicle. Packed to the gills with Kerbals, whose only wish in life is to break the atmosphere and come right back. Nothing more than a glorified one-way elevator. Here we go. The final launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have liftoff. An elegant craft, the STV 6D. Room for up to 8, 16, 24, 32, plus 2 crew. That is a total of 34 curb capacity. Launched up 100% with this single stage. And this beautiful engine cluster here, look at that. Have you ever seen an engine cluster more beautiful than this engine cluster? I've seen a lot of engine clusters in my time. This is the best engine cluster. Alright, on our way up right now. Lights on for maximum cinematography. We're going to accelerate ourselves up. Burning out our fuel here. Fast forward to that. Alright. Separating. Launch stage. And now we will coast from our fancy trebuchet into the very tip space. Should hit about 90,000 meters above the surface of Kerbin. We can see our main stage working its way out that way. There we go. 70,000 as per our contractual agreement. All right. Nothing more than a curb-filled canister on its way up. Might not hit 90,000 this time, but that's fine. And now on its way back down. Hitting the atmosphere. All of our parachutes are set to automatically deploy at the proper altitude, so not a lot to do here but to sit back and enjoy the ride. Yeah! Look at that. Shut up. Alright, on our way back in. I don't think our launch stage actually survived re-entry that time. Can't say as to why, but that's alright. It's about time to retire this one anyway. Going to be building the first of our orbital tourism vehicles. Haven't come up with the name yet. Some say the OTV line is cursed. I don't think so. Alright. Nice soft landing at 6.7 meters per second. And there we go. Nice and erect. Rockets, powered by Blue Chew. Alright, so we're going to recover that. $164 science lets us buy one more piece of thing. Let's see here. Fancy separation. The V2 was German, yes. Alright. Advanced fuel systems. I think. Let's see, actuators. Well, we do probably want actuators, but let's see here. Landing, large heat shields, command and control, pods. Ooh, Mark II lander can. We do like those. We do really like those. God, we really love those. Okay. Advanced exploration, precision engineering, advanced electrics. I think we'll save our science. I think I have what we need for this. Yeah. Advanced fuel systems. Yeah. I'll take precision propulsion. Okay. So let's go to the spaceplane hangar where we design most of our cool things. And let's open up the STV-6, see what we've been working with. This has been a successful design. 8 of these is all we'll ever need for our tourists. So, all right, new craft. Low orbit tourism vehicle. 1A. Alright, how about that? Is that acceptable, Bean? I know you say the OTV program's cursed, so what about LOTV? Okay. Latvia. Alright, so we're building a new ship here, guys. Which pod do I want to use? What am I going to build the whole ship around? Our options include the Mark 1, Mark 2, the other Mark 2, Mark 1 inline, or the Mark 1 lander can. What style of ship would you like to see me build? So it all starts at the cockpit. Mark 2, the other one. Copy that. All right. So, rigid. Oh, strut. Okay. Okay. So we need 8 of these for what we need here. So we're gonna do it like this. Fuel tanks. Size. Okay. Let's see here. Time for that bicoupler we talked about. Ladder-dar. Ladder-dar. Okay. A V2 with yellow paint? Isn't that what the Bell X1 was? Okay. A V2 with yellow paint. Did we make one that was yellow? Is that why you're asking? About to crash out. I love getting your goat. Okay, there we go. Alright. Okay. Alright. I don't like that. Let's see here. Fuel tanks. Have this one. What do we got for intake? Do we have my favorite one? Yes, we do. Okay. Command structural. There we go. Put you here. Actually, no. We're going to repurpose this. Unless... Okay, structural, that rigid, okay. And okay, we like that, we like that. Okay. And fuel tank, let's go If we put that... No. Rocket fuel? Let's see what we can do with that. Don't like that nose, though. Let's see what we have for structural. Car. Bring that down to there. All right. Hate it. Bicoupler, where'd you go? There you are. Rigid. Rigid. Okay, aerodynamics. Ew. 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 That's acceptable. That's gross. That's better. That's even better. Okay, fuel tanks. Monopropellant. Okay, how do we connect that space without making it look weird? We don't. Aha, maybe a couple of these. No. That's acceptable. So then we grab our aerodynamics here, and we size. Okay. Rigid. Okay, rigid. Grab another one of these. Shift this forward. Okay. Now, let's add our passenger compartments. Oop. Okay. Slightly more rotation to that. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Rigid. But we could do a third level here. this out. Do. Okay. Bring this in, upside down. Shift it. Come on, get on there. Ha. Singular. One, two, three. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring this in. My V2 is 0.4 meters too long. You know, there are worse problems to have, I'd say. Okay, aerodynamics. All right. Grab this over here. Rigid. 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 Okay. One, 2, 3. Let's bring this back. Don't like the way that looks there. Okay. Don't like the way that looks there. No. I do like the way that looks, but we gotta adjust that up just a little bit. There we go. Ah, too much clipping. That's fun. Yeah. Not on this one. Not on this one. What can we put there instead? Maybe this? Aha! Yes. I want to line these lines up right here so it looks natural. Yes, we like that. Mm-hmm. Okay. These look better white. Moon, should I use yellow, all white, black and checker pattern, or black and white? Yellow. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. All right. 4, 8, 12. Wait, no. 12, 24, 36. Okay. Where's our center of weight at? Looks almost middle. Okay. So now we need to put our big old fatty heat shield on here. Our final stage. So fuel tank. Fuel tank. Yes. Up, 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 up. There we go. Bring that in just a little bit. I think I want to shift this left and right, left and right. Shift. There we go. Perfectly. Come on. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Okay, what color can we make this? Rigid. Alright. Orange? Nah. Okay. This is the final stage. Engines. And then thermal. Bring that out just a smidge. A further smidge. There we go. Okay. Left, right, left, right. Okay. Grab that. Alright. Rigid. No jettison. Okay. So, how much does this weigh? 34 tons, 34 and a half tons. It's not ugly. Now, how does it land? Well, it needs to be able to slow down in the atmosphere. So let's throw some of these on. Okay, that should help. Let's throw that on. And then the final one right here. All right, electrical. And right there. You guys know me, I like to get my solar panels just ever so nicely snugged up. There we go. Come here. There we go. Mostly perfect.
No, not that last one.
I said mostly.
What are you doing? That one was fine.
Which one am I doing?
The last one you did. Now you fucked it up.
Ow! Okay. This one. It's tedious, but it's worth it. Just if you're going to spend all this time doing this, make sure you actually have it set to mirror it. There's nothing worse than finding out you didn't. Come on. There we go. There we go. Mostly perfect. It's fine! Okay. Now... Save that. Fuel tanks. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay. I think we need to shift these ones back a little bit. No, that's awful. I think we'll be okay. All right. 98 seconds of burn. Let's check what that would look like in a vacuum. Doesn't really change anything at all. Should be enough to orient ourselves and see here. Fuel delivery overlay. Yeah. Should be enough to do what we wanted to do. Okay, so now we have to worry about the matter of actually landing it safely. So 34 tons. Uh, Utility.
Howard, stop.
Okay, rigid. I think one of these is going to stay being one of these. Okay, now let's add more. 1, 2, 3. Phase them in, phase it in, phase it in. Okay. One, two, three. Phase it in, phase. Oh! Phase it in, phase it in. Okay. Actually, that wasn't so bad tucked up there like that. Okay. Actually, we can take that away. Command and control. Yeah, let's put that there. That looks way better. Alright. Okay, what's next? What's next? I like this better here. Alright, get some drogues going. Actually, we'll put those here. Okay, shift that in. Like that. Okay. Deploy. Okay, protect those. Rigid. Deploy. Okay. Deploy. We'll hide a couple more in there. And we'll hide another one here. And by hide, I mean actually hide and not mostly hide. Deploy. Deploy. Perfect. Okay. Good on drogues. Alright. Heat, I don't think will be an issue. I think we're going to reduce the authority on these to 50. Otherwise, they'll just shear off. Yeah. $50. $50. Oh yeah, that'll do nicely. Okay, come back in. Deploy. 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 All right. I don't really know if this is going to be enough parachutes though, but we'll try it. All right, now we're going to switch editors here. I'm going to orient this up like this. Save it. And we're going to open it. Hi, kitty. Oh no. Undo. There we go. Bring this up. And let's go to subassemblies, the Afira launch system. Alright, so these would launch. We know the Afira is a good product. These would launch. This would separate. That would hit. We are going to try a suborbital launch here first, just to test a lot of our systems before we jack up the size of this to be orbital. Might as well take some crew with us as well. Take the OGs. That way if they die, they don't have to die of embarrassment. Okay. Save it. Launch it. We're doing this launch to test its ability to re-enter and re-land. This is the LOTV-1A, purpose-built to be a tourism vehicle. Let's check her out. Actually, we have a better variant for the 6E we're going to go grab. Okay, so save that. Open. Go to 6D. Sub-assemblies. Copy that. Overwrite that. Open craft. Don't save. LOTV1A. Grab that. Grab that Afira. Alright. Scoot this up. That should work much better. Save. And launch. 17 people watching. Look at that. Hello to everybody. If you haven't already joined the Discord, feel free to do so. Someone who's already on there could post a link to the Discord for me. Today we are grinding Sub-Orbital Tourism. This is our most recent creation here, the LOTV-1A. Very large capacity for carrying Kerbals. Right now we're testing suborbital capabilities because I want to see how it handles on re-entry. After that, we will upgrade our launch system to make this orbital once everything is good on the re-entry and the landing aspect of it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trajectory good. Alright. Looking good. Lights on for maximum cinematic value. Screenshots for the Discord. Not a very speedy craft, but that's not what we're worried about right now. We are using an older model launch system just to get us up and allow us to test re-entry. Mostly landing. We don't know how this handles at speed yet. Oh, we didn't want that. Definitely do not want those to deploy yet. Whoops. We should definitely separate those. Alright. Let's add a new stage here. Drag those engines down to here and have those fire upon separation. Save that. Made no changes to the craft, so the name stays the same. Alright, let's try again. Launch it. This launch is brought to you by Great Value Cocktail Peanuts because that happens to be sitting on my table next to me right now. Launch. Jebediah and Bill looking hopeful. Probably the most advanced craft we've launched yet as far as design and time taken. Looking very sleek here. High hopes for the parachutes, drogues, and air brake system we have installed. As I previously stated, this is just a test to see how we can handle landing, see if I need to add more parachutes or not. After that, we will upgrade the launch vehicle itself, and we're going to try to get this orbital. As you see, we have very high capacity for Kerbals here. We're going to be farming orbital tourism, so that means tourists who want to pay to go up, orbit, and return We're going to refine that system to farm it as much as possible, get ourselves a nice nest egg started, funds-wise, fully upgrade the KSC, and convert a lot of that income and reputation into science, so that by the time we get to Moon, we are doing a like. Don't strike out, hit that like, sub, and notify, says Grateful Jeb. Thank you very much for that, Jeb. Separating. Alright, main stage away. Very stable, I'll say that. Unsure if we're going to break atmosphere, but that's totally fine. We're going to burn this out. Gimbals are gimbling. Okay, good arc. Alright, breaks atmosphere just fine. Alright. Deploy shoots. Fast forward down. Alright, let's re-enter. Throw those air brakes out. That'll stabilize us. Hopefully. Maybe we need to increase that. That's fine. Still looking good. Still looking good. Slowing down. Alright. Might need to increase deployment on those. Alright. Drogues are away. Mains are out. Let's see if she can slow down to an acceptable speed. .2 meters per second. I think we may want to add at least one more chute to that. 8.2 is fine. I like 6 and 7 better. A little bit of tilt to our reentry. I think adding one more chute to the maybe the top of the cockpit. Maybe two, one on each side. Alright, we lose the fuel tank at that speed, but that's fine. Alright. Recover that. So let's add a couple more chutes to this. I think one on each side on each top of the cockpit. Okay, vehicle assembly. That'll put us into the LOTV 1B category because we are making changes to the equipment on here. Not the use of the equipment, but the equipment itself. So set that to double. No, we want that to mirror, yeah. Okay. Shift that in. There we go. I think this guy needs to come out to 70. This one too. 70. 70. Alright, come down here. Okay. LOTV 1B, save that. Alright, let's throw some boosters on this, yeah? Still love this design. Get out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Of course, we could probably upgrade the engine. No, we'll keep this cluster for now. Well, how much do these weigh? Sitting at 95.545. Engines. It's much lighter with those. We'll stick those two. Okay. Shift these down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there we go. We like that. Alright. Got some boosters. Structural pylons. You know, I don't use these enough, and I really like them. That should help with stability as well. Rigid. Okay. And let's see here. Engines. Let's try some kickbacks. Okay, we're going to bring these up. Alright. Rigid on. Branding? No, no branding. Okay, and then we're going to grab aerodynamics. Have those curve in. Okay. Does anybody remember what the meters per second we want for orbit is? I don't. I actually do not remember. I can't remember if it's 3,000 or 4,000. Okay. And then for engines, we want the little guys. So we want those to blow away. 3,400-ish? Okay. Alright. 3,400-ish, huh? Reset. Those on separate. 1.54, 1.1. Okay, so maybe we need... Would another fuel tank fix our problems? 1.54, no. No, we're gonna... You know, I don't know if these are the right option. Let's go... Engines. I really, 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 really like the Thud engines. Might actually have to put them on the right way this time, guys. How's that? Parachutes up there. Those parachutes here. I don't think we really have to worry about relanding the main stage anymore because I'm pretty sure it'll disappear. So let's take these out of here, lose some weight. There we go. I think we'll do a 4 cluster. Or 3. Let's see how 3 looks. 3 looks good. let's 3,200. Let's try it. So these are going to launch. Should we try launching the main stage at the same time? How will that affect it? No. Okay, so reset. So Bertrand's here. When those break, then that's going to fire. But that should launch at the same time. And we're going to get a much higher speed off of that. 3,000K. Ladies and gentlemen, Le Train. Okay. Separate here. Then those will fire. Alright, well, let's try this and see how it does. Okay. Save it. Are these rigid? Is this rigid? Is that rigid? What about that? That's not rigid. That needs to be rigid. Okay. Launch. Here we go. We could cluster this with 4, but I like the 3 we've been doing. So let's try it. LOTV1B launch. Get ourselves a little tilt to work with. There we go. A little more tilt. Looking good. Booster, separation. Separation good. I fear we may be a little bit underpowered on our final stage. We'll see how she handles. So we should get us out of the atmosphere. Alright. Probably could have angled better for all that. That's fine. Maybe we should do 6 of these. She's not a bad looking ship, honestly. Not at all. Very stable. Alright, so I think it's just a matter of the launch system here. So we're definitely going to beef that up. I'm sure with some larger boosters, we'll do this no problem. But this will give us another opportunity to check the re-entry at high speeds. Or maybe we just, set it up for a mid-stage. Oh, thanks, Jeb. Alright, so let's orient retrograde and prepare for a high-speed re-entry and see how she handles. Alright. Bring her forward. Re-entry good. Drogue's out. Main's out. We are sub 8 meters per second. I like that. We did lose this one, but that's my fault. I think I engaged it too early. That super heavy tilt, not a problem anymore. Bring that down. We're still losing. I think it's just because we're going too fast. We could try to make it so we save a little fuel for a final oof at the end. But that's, I mean, 100% survivability with the cabins. That's maybe just a couple more parachutes, honestly. So, seeing a little warping here. So these did take a little stress. You can see a little warping here too. Okay, recover that. So we have the option of larger boosters or 2 stages. So I think, let's go here. A couple more parachutes ought to do it, really. Okay, so that's underpowered on that stage, but it's really not that bad. Let's see what 6 of them looks like. I hate it. Should be, if this stage is just for breaking orbit, I think that'll be fine. Let's just throw larger boosters on it, yeah. Size. Bring this up. Okay. Bring this in. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. That wasn't rigid from the get-go? Oh, what? Okay. So then let's go with engines. Let's see here. Those were the kickbacks. Let's throw some Pollexes on, huh? Oh, yeah. I think we're going to be just fine. Right. 108,000 a launch. That's a large expenditure. But hopefully when she's packed full of crew, it won't matter. So let's bring this. Okay. Let's throw our little Spiritrons on there. I love these little guys. Actually, we do the mites. These are large enough, I think we could justify the mites. Okay. All right. Reset that. So we want the mites when those hit. 40-22. Let's see what burn times we're looking at. 74-second burn, 97-second burn. I think we'll burn those together. Ooh, that's a huge drop. Okay. So we'll have that. Ignite that. Yeah, 40-22, that should be more than enough to make orbit. We just have to make sure we pilot her correctly. This needs to go back to 60. 60. And 60. Alright, and I want one more chute on here. Alright. And you know what? Let's make her even. Maybe not. Yeah, no, that's fine. Make these all rigid. Alright, we're going to say this is the LOTV-1C. Going to get rid of the B and the A. B, the A are gone. Going to get rid of the 6C. Okay. It's been a long road getting from there to here. This should work, maybe. I mean, numbers-wise, we're looking good. Save that. Launch that. Here we go. We are going for our first orbit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good amount of tilt here, but that's okay. This might actually work to our advantage. And getting those full speed. Ourselves a little bit of tilt here. Okay, bias, I think it's called. All right. Too much. Too much. See, I think we're going to fire that main stage. Oh, actually, that's okay. It's stabilizing itself. All right. Ooh, we're going to need more wings back there for stability, probably. Good separation. Reorient. Those have a lot of fuel in them. Good lord. They're still going. Alright. They're still going. I didn't realize those had so much in them. Maybe I need to... Maybe the Superatrons were better. I don't think we're getting what we want out of this. Hey, Krusty, how you been? You know, if I fire the main stage at the same time as the boosters, that'll give us the gimbal, but I could keep it on half until we separate, and then we could go full. Or I could separate these two stages to add another engine in here. This mid stage instead, where power us to our orbit. Okay, let's try that. 300. It's not really low Kerbin orbit if it were up this high, but this will give us a good opportunity to test the durability of the re-entry. Okay, we're gonna orient prograde, try to hit orbit with this. Sounds awesome, Krusty. All right. Oh, are we gonna hit orbit? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we hit orbit. We have officially done it. Wow, with a lot to spare. Okay, that's huh, interesting. Maybe we should burn the main at the same time. Okay. Well, let's get over here. Proud of us, you know that. See how close we get to landing back at the KSC. Not my strong suit, I'll tell you. All right. Wait, we were already going the right way. Doing it for Dale. All right. Bring that in. Let's come over to probably here. I'm glad we put that larger reaction wheel in here. I have really good control right now. Okay. Okay, bringing it in. Looking good. All right. Let's get to here. Finish burning out. Should be enough. We're definitely re-entering, for sure. I don't think we're going to make it, though. But that's okay. All right. First class passengers get the top seats, so less likely to get cooked on re-entry. But here we go, guys, re-entering. Okay. Tilt this up. You're fine, Bean. It's always good to help a friend. I don't think we need to throw those out yet. Not until we start hitting some pretty heavy wind resistance. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. If you take a look out to the right, you'll see fire! But it's the good kind. It's the going home kind. Throw these out, see how they handle the heat. Alright, slowing down. Re-entry, looking good. No overheating issues as of yet. A little bit of heat on one of the engines, that's okay. A little bit of bias, that's fine. Let's try to fix that with a rotation. Alright. Air brakes not handling the heat well, that's okay. Still effective for that final bit. Honestly, though, like, we only really need the 3. Okay. We're past the burn. I think I'm going to alter this to be only 3 of these to work more naturally with the actual shape here. I think this one coming out here, it's such a large piece jutting out. Yeah, 3 of these is going to be better. We built this whole craft on a 3 radial, so there's no going back, ladies and gentlemen. Now that we have hit orbit, we are no longer going to get the suborbital tourism missions. So hopefully this craft is mostly ready for that. We'll see how she handles the landing here. We did not lose any chutes on re-entry, which is good. Let's throw those out. It's so beautiful. Slowing down. Alright. Chutes handle time warp effectively. All the chutes out. 7.3 meters per second. That is a good number. I think we should be good. I don't think we're going to lose anything when we hit the water. Of course, the drastic temperature changes might be the cause here, so I think that's what it might be. Alright. Final approach. Sub 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Oh, ever so graceful. Okay. Recovering the vessel, ladies and gentlemen. I would say that is a successful launch, even though it was a little awkward. Did have a little wobble in there. I think what we're going to do is reduce the power of the main engine because it's pretty powerful. We've definitely future-proofed the launch vehicle here. Pretty powerful. So let's see. Did we lose money? That's our next question. It's a pretty expensive launch, honestly. Got a good, decent amount back for what we brought back. Let's go to mission control, see what kind of tourists we got. We have the last of the tourists wanting to... What? Do we have just a couple tourists sitting out somewhere, waiting to be recovered? We do. No, we don't. Recover. 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 Okay. I didn't see any tourists waiting. Everything, Bane. Alright, so we're going to start taking these missions. Let's see. Some of these... Let's see here. 6 tourists. We're getting the orbital missions now. Good, good, good. Okay. Still getting some suborbitals. That's fine. this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay. Let's go back to here. I got a couple changes to make. First of all, these do not need to have that much fuel in them. I'm going to set those down to 10. Actually, I think even 5 will be enough. 5 each. Okay. We are going to have our main engine fire at the same time, but I'm going to reduce thrust on that to 70. Okay. Up here, I'm going to change these. To be 3. We don't need this one anymore. Deploy. We're going to put this here. Grab another one. Put that here. We're going to hide you. Back here. Up. Right there. And then these boys. Oh, they're not doubled. That would have been embarrassing. Okay. Oh, just kidding. Okay, put that right there. You in, you up. You in, you up. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, deploy. Alright. That looks a little bit better. Okay. This is going to be the D. Check our staging here. These will fire at the same time. These will break. 65-second burn time. That is a lot of burn. 2. No, we'll stick with 4. Okay. Rigid. Alright, that gimbal should help us overcome that. Alright. Command and control. Okay, we're good on that. Alright, looking for crew. So, we've got Dagus, Negan, Kelming, Ketsy, Melrod, Garrick, Samdus, Hudwin, Ellicott, Dungle, Dargus, Bearbro, Lumond, Beepon, Jedney, Madwell, Gleany, Saram, Newrick, Fofel, Derbert, Burdos, Milden, Sidvin, Malsby, Hayton, Lemke, Leiden, Dudeby, Lindis, Tanpont, Gleany. Is there an Albert in there? See, this is what's confusing to me, because, like, hold on, is there an Albert? No, there's not. So we have a couple missions in here we can't complete because the people don't exist. I don't know what that's about. That's odd. Maybe that'll fix on the next restart. And Bob, Valentina, you can come too. Save it. Launch it. All right, our first official contractual contract mission for orbital tourism. So here we go. Just a little bit of tilt. Looking nominal. Okay. Everything's looking good so far. A little bit more tilt. There we go. Preparing for booster separation. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 1. Booster separation complete. That's good separation. Looks like just a little bit less fuel on those boosters, but that was good. Alright. Can actually fully orient ourselves as we prepare to break atmosphere. Lights on for maximum cinematic value. Alright. Looking good there. Gonna fully burn that out. Cap cut? Uh, I don't use cap cut. Alright, topping out our apoapsis at 310. Looks good. Separating. Warping here. Orienting prograde. Oh, we have options now. Jebediah. Look at you. Microsoft Clip Champ. Firing. Burning for orbit with a full crew. Mostly full crew. Look at that. You know, we could add a couple extra engines to this stage for a more punchy burn for orbit. But this is acceptable for now. The E will have more engines, yeah. I want to be able to hit this burn faster. Orbit achieved. Oh, almost. Orbit achieved. Good, good, good. Okay. Looking decent. Warp to here. She's a good looking ship. Proud of her. Retrograde. Burn that down. Alright, let's re-enter, huh? Fast forward. Beautiful. Posing for pictures. Alright. Preparing for re-entry. Everything is riding on this moment. Here we go. I don't think we're going to land in the water this time, which is fine. Need to do some tweaks to the launch vehicle for sure. But she's stable, and she's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. What flavor of what? What flavor of what, Bane? Vape? Oh. Blue Raz Steezy. Apple? I don't know. I usually smoke geek vapes, but I think the tariffs made them too expensive. So I'm smoking a Mr. Fogg today. We could definitely be friends. Absolutely, Bane. Absolutely. All right, re-entry looking good. A little bit of rotation. Let's throw the air brakes out, see how they handle. I think our deployment angles are good. Blue red. Oh yeah. Well, it's one of the only vapes I could just hit consistently, right? Like, because you got to be able to have the same flavor over and over and over. I can't handle the citrus ones, man. I don't know if they give me heartburn, honestly. Blue Raz, though, whether it's a Jolly Rancher, a vape, or anything else, I like the blue raspberry flavor. 18 or older. All right, re-entry looking good. All right, I think our angles are good. It is consistent. Yep. Really, really good at handling re-entry, you guys. I'm gonna throw the chutes out. Yeah, I agree. Um, Honestly, I love citrus flavored things normally, but when it comes to these, absolutely not. It's one, it's wildly inconsistent. Two, there's the weird aftertaste, and they have I don't know what it is, but they have a tendency to spit on you. 8.5 meters per second. I do anticipate losing some of our structural components, but we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, the train. Where are we? I don't even know where we are right now. This landscape is unfamiliar. Okay. Beans are good. Oh, not even a broken piece. I like it. Good landing, good landing. Stable. Recovering. See how we did. See what the science return on that was. Everybody's happy. Decent amount of money. We actually have more money than we started with, so that's good. Let's go mission control. I'm going to cancel these missions because Albert and Janine are just missing. I don't know why. Oh, look at that. They already want us to build orbital stations and stuff. Okay. Surface outpost, 3 tourists. Let's see here. Do more tourism missions. These ones are going to pay good. Tourists. Tourists. Tourists? Tourists. Tourists. The disposable ones? Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. I used to have a pretty decent trip mod. Tourists. Okay. New orbital station around Kerran. Ooh, we could build a Kerran station. Yes. We'll have to do that soon. Explore Kerran, okay. Um, Docking port can generate power. 7 Kerbals. 2 pilots. Yeah. We're going to construct our first station. Go to the poles and can you build a snowman? Okay. Do you want to build a snowman? Let's see here. Okay, so launch pad 6D. Okay. We've got Megan, Debden, Marliff, Barwin, Maxless, Jerry, Billy Bobden, Hadis, Sidwin, Milbro, Valuki, Bilmal, Tanbro, Goosery, Dandard, Lehman, Trayless, Lofert, Hakey, Teacott, Mitbro, Rossengurner, Cathrid, Bildred, Lodamone, Fran Van Mittman, Bobker, Shepwig, Jolra, Nileman, Deuce. Welcome back, Deuce. Oh, Jermore, Tedkey, Lewin, you'll stay here. I like when we hit capacity. All right. And launch. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't upgrade the engines to give us more punch. That's fine. Wait, what? This is the ship we want. Revert to vehicle assembly. What are you talking about? What? I chose the STV on accident. My apologies. Okay, LOTV 1D. Okay. Let's add some more engines to this. Engine. Okay. 3 of those. Yeah, we like that. We like that. Okay. We can reduce this to 2. Okay. I think we can reduce this further to 65. Well, I want to add another stage in here. But no, that's fine. But I do want to add some separatrons. Okay, turn that, turn that, turn that. Okay, we want those to fire. No. We want those to fire on this separation. There we go. Save that. Crew. We've got Megan Debdun, Marliff Barwin, Maxless Jerry, Billy Bobden, Hadis Sidwin, Billibro Valuki, Bilmal Tanbro, Groosery Dandard, Lehman, Trollis, Lofert, Hakey, Teacott, Mipro, Rossen, Gurner, Cathrid, Bildred, Ludelman, Franvan, Mittman, Bobker, Shepwig, Julrod, Niley, Deuce, Jermore, Tedkey, Lewin. And Bob, you take care of Al. We'll be back. Hello. Save it. Launch it. No, it is such a waste, honestly, on the topic of the disposable vapes. I mean, they made such a big idea, like, oh, the plastic straws, but literally this is a battery and plastic and technology. Like, nobody's talking about it. It's a horrible, horrible waste. It should be illegal. Give it a little bit of bias. Too much bias. Repeat, too much bias. Uh-oh. Oh, oh no. This isn't good. I think I can recover it. There we go. Okay, yep. But we're good. We're good. We need more wings back there. Everything is fine. Oh, that's bad, bud. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Separate. Uh, those didn't fire like they normally do. That's okay. I like a craft I have to wrestle. Lights on. Maybe. Maybe we could throw a big reaction wheel in there, but it's a lot of power. Honestly, if we bring the boosters in closer and just use regular um, radial attachment points, I think that'll resolve the issue. We're dragging a lot of wind, a lot of surface, so I think we'll bring those in. I like the way those things look, but I love that too. That's great. Those are totally uneven, but that's fine. Okay, let's get up to here. Prograde. That little bit of extra punch definitely helped. Orbit achieved. Okay, let's go here. Now the question is, are we making science and money faster doing it this way than we were with the suborbital launches? That's the real question, right? Would it have been more efficient to continue doing that? But this is progress, nonetheless. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay. Bring it on home. Alright, preparing for re-entry. Reaction wheels may be the way to go for sure. At least to help with re-entry. Maybe a big one right up here. We'll see. Okay, re-entering the atmosphere. Hope you all know how to swim. Air brakes out. Air brakes overheating. Never mind. Rotating. Alright, air brakes. Useless. Yes, sir. I think I'm going to build an aircraft next. We've unlocked a lot of parts. Coming in. Am I a Coke bottle? Why do you ask, Bean? $7.6 is a healthy number. Yes. All right. Bringing it down. Nice and easy. Couple parts lost, but not the people. Recovering the vessel. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Money! 57. Okay, so 57,000, or basically 58,000 back when we recover. So that large launch cost isn't nearly so bad. So we're costing about 50,000 to launch. Now we're going to see how much we make per. Fast forward to the next morning. There we go. All right, mission control. Tourism, tourism, tourism. All right. 215, what do we got? Robotics, fuel systems, heavy aerodynamics, hypersonic flight. Ooh, I want that. I want hypersonic flight. 550. Okay, let's take to re-upgrade this. That's a lot of money. Okay, that's fine. Let's continue the grind here. Mission control. Tourists, 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 tourists. Okay, let's do it again. Assembly. This is going to be our last launch for this. I think probably end the stream after this one. And then when we come back, we're gonna see what else we got working on. But I think we need to bring these in more. So 1, 2, 3. Put that at 0? When did I do that? 3. There we go. That makes sense. Those are brought in. Okay. All right. Let's reduce these to 45. 45. Okay. Here we go. Julbo Marfrey, Tedius Gustry, Elfer, Genomini, Seagas Gendon, Dilgan Lendis, Sirkin Willaney, Tamcal Linrick, Gerfield Fofrey, Highland Zelcott, Danful Carmen, Tomtree Maldum, Taddy Cansby, Telsky Joman, Tanning Robin, Jesbro Harimoni, Heidi Asmund, Lamoli, Kenwill, Dudo, Magsby, Tedlin, Danrod. You stay here. Wait. Danrod? Cool name. You can come with. You get the executive experience. Tedlin, you stay here. Valentina, take care of him. All right. Save that. Get rid of the E. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Save it. And I want 70 on this. Launch. Five, four, three, two, one. Systems nominal. Preparing for separation. All right. get up here. 224,000. Orienting prograde. Approaching apoapsis. Igniting. Burning for orbit. Orbit achieved. Advancing for deorbit. We have completed 524 missions, you guys. 524 missions. We're almost fully upgraded at our Kerbal Space Center. There's not much left to do. We are, I'd say, a good halfway through the technology tree. Orienting retrograde. Preparing to burn for re-entry. I think those adjustments we made to the position of the boosters tremendously helped with our insertion for orbit. I mean, we're at this point with about half our fuel tanks left on this, so. All right, preparing for re-entry. Re-entering the atmosphere. So, future designs, I think what we'll do, for any craft that doesn't need to be specifically for transporting people, we're going to keep this half and up. I think we'll build one with a cargo bay behind this point here for putting satellites into orbit and construction of future stations. Yes, we could. We could definitely convert this into a Kerbal rescue vessel, taking some of that off of there. Alright. Half belly burn. Bring those in. Rotisserie mode activated. Air brakes out. I mean, she's sleek. She's functional, right? I like this design, this nose design we have up here. I'd like to build something kind of like the space shuttle, utilizing this. I mean, I think this is a good alternative to the Mark III cabin. Now, we could use Mark III parts to build a much simpler version of this, but where's the fun in that? A beautiful launch and re-entry. We coast down now to our watery landing. We thank all the Kerbals who sacrificed their time and energy and reputation to get us to this point. I'd also like to thank everybody else who's on the stream right now. I've been seeing higher and higher numbers. If you haven't already, feel free to join the Discord, where you can see screenshots from the stream, clips from the stream, as well as builds of our other members. So if you yourself like Kerbal and you like to build things, I myself know I would love to see some screenshots of what you have going on. I understand that I am extremely limited being on console as far as what is possible, so you guys can inspire me further by posting your own screenshots. So if one of you guys would be willing to post the link to the Discord, I'd love to see a couple new faces in there, even if it's just to act as a repository for your screenshots or to get ideas for things that you want to build yourself. You are more than welcome to do so. We'll recover this here. All right, 321 science, a lot of funds. You know, I think we made about 300 grand in total from that. Impressive. Impressive. I would not be motivated to do this without you guys. So thank you very much for watching. If no one else is going to post that Discord, I will. It's not an obligation to be part of the Kerran Empire, but if you do join the Discord, you can consider yourself to be. Let me grab the link for that right now. Kerran Empire, invite, copy link, go to the stream here. Okay. All right. There you go. I've put a link to the Discord in the comments. If you want to join that, you're welcome to. As always, please make sure to like, subscribe, share, whatever. I'll try to get on here every day. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes we take a break, but we are proving what is possible with tourism and career mode, giving ourselves purpose for design. Thank you all very much. Next time we come back, we're probably going to build a new aircraft for eking out some more science on Kerbin, hit the rest of the milestones, get to the Arctic, and we will work on building our first craft in space. I'm thinking we'll take some of the designs we've had here. We're going to start building starships that we'll use to go different places as well. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time on the Kerran Empire.